morning from our campervan.
We will be sharing 20 things that you should take note of when driving in Japan, specifically Hokkaido and Kyushu area.
So if you've got an upcoming trip to Japan and you want to experience van life, or are you just driving there in general, this is for you. Stay tuned.
Hey there, we're Manel and Tom, partners in life and creativity. We're into art, content, and photography. This is us living married life the way it makes sense to us, not just what's expected. In this video, we will share things about what we've learned when driving in Japan, one of our favorite countries. We've shared a lot of vlogs about traveling here and also to other countries as well. So hope you find this helpful for your future trips. I'm not a designated driver. He is a designated driver. But I've learned a lot of things with this trip and we will share it with you.
So we made this vlog so that you can avoid the challenges and the hassles that we experienced during our trip, and we hope that this will help you in one way or another. First things first, if you're a foreigner, you gotta check this out. You need your international driver's permit or IDP, but make sure you check your home country to see if you need one to drive in Japan.
Yeah, for Philippine passport holders, I'm not sure with others, there is a specific IDP for Japan. It is a different one from the regular IDP that works for other countries, if you're familiar with that. So we have a separate one for this one. We have two cards always when traveling. The one IDP is works for other countries and the other one works specifically for Japan.
Why is this important? Well, without this, you can't rent or drive in Japan at all. No exceptions.
They are pretty strict with this.
The first thing they check, actually, they ask you where you're from and can we see your ID.
The next one is, when driving in Japan, make sure to know that their steering wheel is on the right side.
But you drive on the left side.
Yes, and can you say that it's hard to drive in Japan?
It takes some getting used to. I think you have to be familiar with the rules and you just have to remember that you're on the other side. It takes a little getting used to, but good thing we had practice because we went to Australia and we did the Great Ocean Road Trip.
And that was your first time,
Yeah, it was my first time driving on the opposite side of the road. And yeah, it was quite exciting. If you want to check that out, you can check the link in the description box below. So in my opinion, you just need to be really more aware, especially if you're not used to it or if it's your first time, because it's like a whole new experience. We actually saw some people forget that it's on the wrong side, so they're like facing you and we're like, oh no, are we wrong? And everybody got confused. So yeah, you just really need to,
and if you're not sure, just drive slowly.
let the other cars pass you. They'll be fine. Another tricky thing is you gotta take note of this parking.
It's one of the most important thing to I think of when you're going to Japan, specifically if you are going to drive inside the city, like big cities like Tokyo, Osaka, and
Kyoto. The smaller cities also have, but you just need to be aware because there are a lot of places, but it doesn't mean that you can get parking.
And also take note that parking in Japan is not cheap.
I did mental math.
It's around
minutes, 500 yen. My math sucks, so I only give you
4,000 yen.
And that is how much in pesos?
1,800.
God damn.
Oh my god.
Steep as
So
hell.
yeah, and we saw other parking areas here.
Free.
It looks free, but we're not so sure. So if you want to check it out, just check it out first.
So if you're gonna drive
and
in
look
Japan,
around first.
canvas for parking areas. We actually experienced that when we went to the outskirts. Where did we go? Otaru area.
Yeah.
We parked in a place and we were like, oh look, it's cheap. And then we saw the sign and we were like, oh wait, that's cheaper.
That's why prices of parking in Japan may vary. But in Japan, like from one parking and in front of you is another parking
the price
lot,
is the same.
And it's
the price is different, sorry. Because not everyone owns the same lot.
Yes. So just take note of that, and if you have a hotel and you're going to rent a
you
car,
need to ask.
Yeah, you have to ask
because,
the hotel if they offer.
Right, one of our experiences was we booked a hotel and their parking lot was like in a different part. So you have to park, but that's for them, but it's not within their area. If you're going to do budgeting, you should include that in there because you're gonna need it more often than not. So yeah, if you're gonna drive around rural areas or outskirts, you might be lucky. A lot of the tourist spots have free parking or very cheap parking.
Yeah, especially if you're in the outskirts. There are not a lot, but most more than the city.
Yeah.
There are more free parking spaces allotted for tourists and for people driving who wants to like rest.
Yeah.
It's like a rest stop, right?
So yeah, you might be thinking there's a lot of places to park, like convenience and stuff. So can you park there for the night? Short answer is no. You probably can get away with it, but it's considered very disrespectful and rude, so don't try.
Yeah, and this one is based on our research, and they have this thing called Michi no Eki. It's basically roads. I have here. It's basically a roadside stations which usually has a decent toilet, a convenience to buy things you need like food or supplies. Some have restaurants as well and gasoline pumps, and you can see signs for these a few meters away from before you get to the place.
Actually, we passed by a lot, but up to now, we're still not sure because there's like conflicting research. We don't know whether or not you can sleep there overnight. The sign said no, but the internet said yes, and we even saw some camper vans setting up for the night.
Vans.
So
even regular cars, they're like set up for the night, and we also saw big trucks.
yeah, so if you know the answer, please comment down below. We'd love to know as well.
Yes. The next one is navigating apps you need, things to prepare beforehand.
Jumping into that topic, apart from your IDP for your road trip, you need to prepare, specific things like Google Maps and NaviTime, which is a Japanese app, but it's also in English. But it's very, very helpful because it gives you all the information that you need for tourist sites, campsites, and all that. And of course, Google Translate unless you speak Japanese or you have a preferred translator app.
So if you're going to research using your Google Maps or anything, use the word RV. RV sites or RV campsites.
Or RV parks.
Or RV parks. Because we've done like a lot of research. Campsite. It's not easy to look for.
What came up was campsites for like actual camping. You put up a tent and you sleep there, not for a camper van.
So the keyword is RV.
Yeah. Speaking
also,
of translator apps,
yeah,
right? You really, really need that unless you.
Yeah, it's really up to you. We don't have a specific translator that
Google.
we're using so far. Just Google Translate. It helps us a lot, especially when you're driving around Japan outskirts, specifically.
Yeah, the signs are some of the outskirts. The signs are mostly in Japanese.
Yes.
So it's gonna be tricky. But if you're in the city and other places, you shouldn't have a hard time. But it's always good to have it handy because when you get to the outskirts, also most of the locals don't speak that much English because they don't need to because they don't. It's not like a tourist.
And also, always note that they're not being disrespectful. It's their place. That's why they speak their language.
You were a guest. You adjust. So yeah. Now, things to prepare. Before anything else, one of the most important things you're going to need when traveling, especially when doing a road trip, is a reliable internet connection. This could really, really make or break your experience. Now, Holofly has saved us in so many ways. For example, as soon as you land, you got to check if you're going to take a taxi or a train. You need to reach out to the rental company. You need to check your accommodations. Let my mom know, let your mom know that we've landed safely. And on top of that, more importantly for us as content creators, we move from one destination to another. So we need to work whenever we go, wherever, whatever time it is. And in order for us to do that, having a strong, consistent internet connection is really, really essential. And honestly, not having to worry about how much data we've used, it's really a game changer for us. Because, let's face it, who wants to get lost in a new place and then you run out of data? That's really not a fun way to travel at all. So it's really important that you make sure that your eSIMs are always ready to go.
We highly recommend Holofly for so many reasons. We even downloaded their app because after using it across different countries, we can confidently say that it's reliable and easy to use. Plus, if you need more time, you can extend your plan by adding days directly in the app. Simple and stress-free, my favorite part. What we love most is the peace of mind. Having unlimited data in over 200 destinations means we can stay productive and connected even while on the road. if you're looking for a great travel eSIM, you can download the Holofly app or visit our website, and we will put the link down below. And if you're ready to purchase,
use our code VIEWINYOU to get 5% off on any of their products, even when you extend your days.
yep.
Is cash needed? Yes, you will be needing it. If you are driving in Japan and passing the highway in the car or camper van that you rented does not have an ETC installed in it, so you're going to be needing a lot of cash. Why? Because it's pretty expensive. The toll is quite high compared to where we're from, and you'll be passing the highways a lot, especially if you're doing a road trip around Kyushu or whatnot, and they usually have toll booths on every exit. And based on our experience, it's quite expensive, especially when you're driving a camper van, because there are some toll areas that will ask you specifically, like, hey, are you driving a camping car, as they like to call it, before they give you the price of the toll. And it's higher, or it seems different from regular car. So yeah, if you have a camper van or a car with no ETC, you're gonna need cash. But if you have ETC, then you don't have to worry. You can just pay for it at the rental after.
Another one is insurance. You will need this because a lot of camper vans, even renting a car, ask you if you're going to get one. And it really depends on how much is your budget for this one. But if you are going to rent a car or a camper van, you have to add additional budget for this one. And we highly recommend it because it's hassle-free to drive around knowing that you're insured,
Yeah,
right?
of course, the maximum that you can allot budget for, because it's not super cheap, but it's more expensive, I think, if you don't have it and you need it.
When you're renting a car or even a camper van, it really depends on your needs, especially when it comes to seasons. Why seasons? Because different seasons, they needs different stuff.
Yeah.
Like for example, if you are going during the winter, you have to check the weather. If you're going to need
Snow chains.
snow
and
chains, if you're
tires.
going to a snowy place like for example Hokkaido, ask your provider if they can provide you snow chains, and do your research as well.
Or if you have what do you call that? Your favorite word? The sleeping bags. I call it sleeping bags. She calls it
Cocoon.
because it feels like one when you're inside.
Yeah,
So,
and it's very comfy because the last provider, Samurai Campers, asked us if we need one, and we bought two.
yeah.
You can you can buy from them, and I'm not sure if it's the same with other rental companies, but
so just be
if
sure
not,
to ask.
yeah, just make sure that
Or bring
you're
your
warm
own.
inside.
If you have
Yeah, you
enough
can bring
luggage
your
space,
own,
bring your
actually.
own.
I don't think you need a lot of things if you're doing a camper van or renting a car in the summer.
Yeah, you just need a couple of things, and that's it. Autumn and Sakura season.
We've tried Sakura season and we've tried autumn. The weather really depends what month you're going, because it's kind of still cold during the autumn season and spring season. So just take note if you are going like what area, like Hokkaido or Okinawa, I don't know, but it really depends where you're going. But the thing about weather is you have to check it.
Okay, another important consideration is your luggage. So it really depends. You need to check how many luggages you're going to be bringing, and if your car can accommodate all of that. Because we used a K car on a trip to Hokkaido, and we were able to fit 2 full-size check-ins.
Surprisingly.
Yeah, 1 hand carry, our gear bag, and we had space in the back. On the other hand, when we did the camper van trip, we actually had to put everything in one big check-in luggage, and then 1 small hand carry in the gear bag, and we had to leave 1 bag with the provider because we wanted more space in the car.
You have to move.
Yeah, because that would be that's our hotel room. So the less stuff you have, the better.
It really depends what car you're going to rent. But
if it's a big one, then it can accommodate.
but the one we got for our camper van trip was big. But it's just that we want more space for ourselves.
Yeah,
you can ask or watch a video of the car,
they
tour.
have they do like demos and stuff depending on where you go. So yeah,
because
just make sure.
because we know that a lot of people like during the winter or during
you have more stuff.
we have more stuff like us. So if you're going to do that, just take note of that, check that, and be prepared if you're going to leave things on the provider. You can even ask them if you can.
Yeah, if they can. If not, you just have to figure it out yourself. Okay, and jumping on to the next one, what to take note of, safety, courtesy, etc. as long as there's a pedestrian lane, they always have the right of way. So you have to be very, very careful and very, very aware of that because it's very important, especially when you're near schools or like train stations or bus stops.
Next one is no horn or what do you
Don't
call
honk it. Don't honk it.
Use your horns for emergencies only. It's not like in other countries, like our country in the Philippines, you use your horn to
Let people know
that you're
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 here.
there.
Yeah. Or Vietnam where the horn is like used every time. The next one is if you're driving, if you're the designated driver, don't drink. Don't even try. Just
they're very strict.
they're
with
very
that.
strict with that. One drink or even one sip could probably get you arrested or a ticket. Don't do it. Don't try it. Just be disciplined.
Watch for the cyclists. There are a lot of sidewalks for the cyclists.
Yeah.
What do you call it?
Bike lane.
Bike lane.
Yeah.
And unlike in our country, that a lot of people will.
Yeah, we'll
Agree.
go into the bike lane and eat
In
into-
Japan, you have to respect the bike
Mhm.
lane because there are cyclists even in the outskirts.
Yeah.
People
People bike a lot, so you need to be extra aware and be careful and give enough room so that you can avoid accidents. So if you're driving in the outskirts, you don't really need to worry so much about people. But one thing you do have to take note of, at least in Hokkaido, based on our experience, is the wildlife, because they are wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were driving on a back road at night, pitch black, and she was asleep, and I was driving, and bam, right in front of me, a full-size deer, and I had to swerve. It was insane. I was like, holy crap! It was like,
Yeah.
wow.
And it was as big as
As big as the K car, because it was a K
told
car,
you.
but it was huge. It was
I
like,
didn't see it.
it's got the antlers and everything. I was like, oh my gosh. Good thing there was no car in the other lane.
And we are like in a foresty area.
Yeah, we weren't even going that fast.
Mhm.
We were just like driving regular
But
speed.
they're like everywhere.
Yeah, they just
We're not
roam
even kidding.
free. Yeah.
We heard a lot and researched a lot about this one, but we didn't expect it.
Yeah, we thought it was just gonna be stories that we heard.
Mhm,
I mean, we even allotted a day or a night where we
Yeah,
just
that was
slowly drove around in back roads and counting,
like
how
counting
many
all
deer.
the deers that
We
we
even
can
saw
see.
a red fox or
Yeah,
a kitsune.
a kitsune.
Yeah, that was really really cool. So yeah, really cool, but you have to be really aware.
Mhm.
'cause-
We're not sure with other during the time we went it was autumn. We're
Yeah.
not sure about winter, spring or other if it's seasonal, we
Yeah.
don't know.
But
But
just
just
be
in case
careful.
you're going there or
be
any
careful.
other areas in Japan, just be careful.
Yeah. Before that, I guess to prepare, you need to make sure you understand the road rules. 'Cause maybe in your country, or like in our country, we don't have the same road signs. So you need to research because there's some things that are specific. Like there was one point we made a wrong turn. There's like when you get to an intersection, the main intersection, you got stoplights, and then there's like a little box in the front. I kept asking, hey, what is this box? And usually we're always the first car for some
Yeah.
reason in a stoplight, and apparently you have to go into that box and wait there. If there are cars coming straight, you gotta let them all go ahead before you go.
We almost got into an accident.
Yeah, because I thought that we're green, you can turn right. Because in our country, you can just go. If it's your turn, you can go.
We watch a vlog and it says that Japanese people don't drive fast, but they drive fast, man.
Yeah.
You have to be
in that
careful.
area.
And based on our experience, when they're driving and they know that they're right.
Yeah,
they
they will go because they in their head you should also know which you should.
It was really scary. Like the car is like near
Yeah.
us.
And he blew his horn.
Another one is take note that mountain roads are quite narrow. So be careful with that. We went to some tourist spots, even not the tourist spots,
Yeah.
even just driving around. Some of the places are two-way,
But one lane.
but one.
Like one tiny lane.
And one time, we were driving on that lane, and another truck is like in front
yeah,
of us.
but apparently they're just used to it. It's
Mhm,
just like,
they're very used to
it's
it.
like whatever, you can go
So
fast.
just if you encounter that,
Yeah.
just drive slowly
And be calm. Just,
and be
you know.
calm.
And if you can give space, give space. Because it's not like when we went to New Zealand where they have the one lane
That's
bridges
true.
and they have like a big arrow to let you know that who goes first if you facing somebody. So just be aware because it's tight. Bonus tip is bring coffee. Bring snacks because not
If you
all
drink
stops
coffee.
are near each other, especially like the Michi no Eki. It's on the highway. There's a lot of them, but
Yeah.
the gaps between them are
Yeah, and if you think
quite
that
big.
like you can like drive from one place to another like
really
easily,
quick now.
it's not. Even the roads for Michi-no-Eki,
They're quite.
it's really far.
Yeah, it's far. It's like one town to
We
another.
actually underestimated it because we thought that, oh, it's just 3 hours. We can drive 3 hours and it's faster because we're in Japan. But it's really long.
Yeah. And another one, based on our experiences, which happened a lot to us. On the highway, I don't know, but mostly it's really on the highway. You got to make sure that your exit, if you have ETC on your car, make sure you go to the ETC exit. If you don't have ETC, don't go to the ETC exit.
Yeah.
It happened to us a lot of times because Google Maps, I don't know, there's no way to indicate whether we had ETC or we just
Maybe
didn't know
there
how to
is,
use
but
it.
yeah.
But basically, we ended up going into a lot of ETC exits, but you know, the Japanese being the Japanese, priding themselves in efficiency and making sure everyone's okay. The dude on the speaker box would be like, "Oh, you don't have ETC?
Just go back."
Just follow this arrow and go back to the highway and exit
Yeah, it's
properly."
it's very, what do you call this?
It's straightforward, yes.
Straightforward, but the thing is, if you make a mistake,
Yeah,
You have
the
to drive
detour is
a lot.
really long. Like we missed one turn and
it's an hour.
yeah, it was supposed to
going
be
back.
a 2-hour trip. It became a 3-hour trip because we had to add 1 hour
And we're
just to
hungry.
get back.
And we
Yeah.
can't find a Michi-no-Eki. And
So
like, we're both moody.
and it was night. And so everything we mentioned here, if it's got a link, we're gonna put it in the description box. If we miss something and you have a question, just put it in the comment section and we'll try to answer it as best
And you can also
as we
follow
can.
us on Instagram
Yes.
and TikTok. We also post almost daily content there. Make sure to subscribe to our channel because we will share another camper van trip that you might want to do because
Yes.
in our opinion, this is one of the best things to do when you love traveling.